everyone, and welcome to the first episode of this new series that I'm creating. Anyways, I'm playing Minecraft 1.12.2 because it's one of my favorite versions because it still had the customized worlds the way I like it. I'm naming the world that whatever I named it here because I couldn't think of anything else at the moment, and it's not going to be actually a hardcore world. I just like the hearts. Anyways, I'm turning off caves and ravines and turning dungeon count up. Anyways, to get to customize worlds, you click on world type a few times until you get customized worlds. Anyways, I turn off water lakes and lava lakes, and I'm just showing you can change the spawn of different materials, and there's also ways to customize the world even more on the next couple pages in that section. Anyways, I'm starting the world here, and I'll deal with whatever I get with this one. And apparently I look like I'm in some sort of cold taiga or something. Yep. Anyways, in this world, I'm gonna put it'll be off screen that I do this part because I use a outside program called NBT Editor to fix some things there. And I'm also gonna keep inventory on, and I'm turning off things being on fire and mob griefing because I hate creeper craters. I'm going to be mostly in this episode cutting down trees and working on creating a base. And with this base, I am going to kind of play it by ear because I have an idea what I want for a base, but it might not work out because of the shape of the land too. So I might have to change my plan. And I am also planning on making a museum at some point. But for right now, I'm just trying to be able to survive. Which, I have a hard time in the first episode. Because I recorded this on New Year's and I'm talking over it on the 3rd. Because my schedule allows it at this time. Anyways, don't worry about all that. Let's try to enjoy the video. I don't know why I haven't turned off the XYZ thing. I forgot what it's called. There we go, I turned it off because it finally bugged me enough. I do spend maybe a day trying to gather some food. Anyways, at some point in this video, I do the NBT editor, and I will at that point start speeding up the video 8 times because otherwise it's a 2-hour video. And I really sometimes don't have anything interesting to say. Unless you're into the blow-by-blow of this, what I'm doing in the game. And I will not do this live as I'm doing the game because I like to concentrate on what I'm doing. I don't know how sensitive my microphone is at this point, because you may or may not just heard me drink some tea. And let me see, just cutting down trees still. And the reason I'm cutting the trees from a certain radius is because of mobs spawning during the day, so I have a little bit of a leeway with certain types of mobs. Creepers, I'm gonna have a few issues with those still until I can get a cat in game. Have a real one. She's 14 years old and she likes to help with things and also scream at 4 o'clock in the morning for food. But I love her a lot. I was trying to make sure I keep the one dirt. I did get it mixed up with the other dirt. So I just kind of picked one. And now will be just the spawn dirt. Anyways, I'm just working on making a base here. And making a crafting bench because I want to make some doors probably or tools. It's more like I'm going to be making tools. I guess I haven't made the tools yet. That was look like what I was going to be doing. There we go. Now I'm making the tools. And I'll try to remember to put in the first of every tool I make. Like 1 stone, 1 wood, 1 iron, 1 diamond. In the museum eventually. Anyways, I wanted to flatten the area up so I can have a little bit easier time moving around and also building. I guess I like a certain amount cleared up by the door, I guess. Surprisingly, during the night, I don't actually go make a mine. I just worked on making a base here. At least this is a temporary one for now. Until I figure out what I actually want to do, base-wise. There's the door I was gonna make, and I make some more sticks, I guess. Make sure to keep one just for a museum item. At this point, I have no idea what I was gonna do for a base yet. because I gotta kind of examine the area a bit and kind of clear up some of these trees to figure out what I exactly want to do. I was thinking of doing like some sort of village. Maybe. And I don't like wasting my tool on leaves, so I'm just punch them or use whatever item that won't get durability if I use it. I tried to get some seeds here, and I end up not making a farm for a while. I probably should at some point, because eating is kind of important to survive. Also water, but you don't have a first bar on the game. And I guess I wanted to flatten that out, but noticing that it was about to turn night, I went into the base, and this is when I was doing the NPT editor at the moment. You'll see my mouse kind of wandering around quickly in the screen, in and out, because I had things kind of open up in a certain way so I can work on some things. I also made sure to make a copy of the world, because between episodes I do actually make copies of the world, so I, just in case the game decided to glitch, that I don't lose too much out of it. And I always have a backup data for it. And the naming convention for those backup files are not that great either, honestly. It just tells me the information I really need to know, and that's it, pretty much. There's not a whole lot going on otherwise. Oh, and my sound in the game is actually pretty low. So there, it's not too over too much at quickly. Anyways, that's just kind of, honestly, it's just kind of pointless to mention, because I mute the in-game volume because I don't want it sounding like Hamster on crack when I speed up the video. I'm not a fan of hamsters, honestly, or any sort of rodent. But I will tolerate their presence if they're not in the house. Anyways, I gotta think of something to talk about while we're just staring at whatever's going on the screen. I grow a lot of succulent plants. I have lots of cacti growing. I have cacti that has spines that are at least 3 inches. And that one's one of my favorite cacti. Though my neighbors don't like it as much. Because I had one neighbor accidentally stab her leg into that cactus. And here we go. We're back in the game. We're speeding up the video here. Because it just makes more sense to do that. It was accidental, and she was okay with it. We just took care of the wound and kind of went on our way with stuff. Anyways, I made a storage and put a crafting bench down and a oven. And I kind of changed my mind on the dimension of this room. I decided to put a second door in for some reason. And I moved everything over. That chest is for the museum stuff. And I was just kind of making the underground part of my base for right now. And made some more tools. I got rid of this little lump of dirt there. Cut some more trees down. Probably had a few encounters of creepers and got killed a couple times. Sooner or later in the game. There we go. I was killing some animals for food. I won't kill the animals unless I need to have food in the game. And I gathered a couple chickens, and I was gonna make a farm out of them eventually, but for now I'm just gonna stick them in my base to get them out of the cold at least. I was wandering around for like more food. I found some mushrooms. I wasn't gonna go after the rabbits at the moment, because I encountered a couple rabbits. I went after the chicken mainly. And I completely ignored some sheep. And right now I was making a little place for the chickens so I don't have to be always encountering eggs all the time while I'm working in the base, or have to fight them with the door. Especially if I accidentally left seeds in my hands. And I forgot to wait till the chicken was done cooking, so I kind of messed up there. But oh well, that happens. Anyways, I was planning on digging up a chunk here for the underground part of the base, but I haven't an idea what I wanted to do. Originally it was going to be my storage area, but I ended up changing my mind after a while. Probably like in a couple episodes or so. But I'm just telling you what my thought process was at this moment about it. I was just kind of making a main storage area and kind of working on that. I do expand my storage a little bit because all the cobblestone and dirt I was going to end up getting. So they have their own separate chest, and all the wood too. Get a separate chest. And I got blown up by a creeper. Used NBT editor to turn on cheats for a minute so I can put myself back in survival and then turn off cheats. And I turn off cheats now. You'll see that in a sec. I also made a copy of when I died. A death point. This is the first death in the episode, and I probably end up dying a few more times in this episode, if I remember correctly. I can't look into the folder right now because of what I'm using right now. Because I want to make sure it works well enough because the program is kind of old. I cannot record Minecraft for some reason on OBS, so I use Fraps for this. But the problem is the editor I use, because it's older, does not like the file type that Fraps use. And also the editor I was planning on using, a different editor, didn't like it either. So I had to find a outside program that can fix that little file format. Anyways, I put a ceiling in because I wanted something nice. I'll worry about flooring later. I'm just kind of trying to make sure I light up as I go. I'll worry about flooring later. I set up a smelting area and crafting area by my storage area. It's snowing in the game. Kind of putting stuff away. Got an achievement. I am planning on getting all the achievements eventually, but that's going to take time. I tend to play Minecraft real slowly. I like to build up my base mainly before I kind of go further. There's this lot of cutting of trees. Eventually I will make a tree farm, but for right now I just need to be able to build the way I want to. That to me it makes sense, that maybe not make sense to you guys. May or may not. I should rephrase that. Anyways, I was fixing this because I wanted at least 3 blocks high storage. So I put in some cobblestone. So if some reason that the mob griefing turns off some reason, I have at least a little bit of protection in my base. Not much, but it's a little bit better than just dirt on dirt in a ceiling. I am trying to keep track of food as I'm going because of a certain achievement. I was trying to keep my stuff organized. I made another chest for just the tools that I was gonna put in the museum. Kept going back and forth for some reason. Probably to store and get stuff. Anyways, let's kind of... I eventually do decide not to cut all the trees back here and kind of focus on a different area. Even though this is a more dangerous area mob-wise. it would help if I light up the area also. Which I'll eventually get to. I kind of want to light up according to the way I'm going to make the space. So it makes more logical sense. Since if I'm going to light up the place, I might as well do it as I build things to, so I don't have to keep redoing it over and over again. The ice plain is one of my favorite biomes in Minecraft. Because I like looking at the snow, even though in real life I would not want to go anywhere near snow because it's too cold, too wet, and I'm not interested in being cold or wet. Anyways, I just continue trying to get this base looking nice. Oh, and the reason why 8 times speed is because it looks the most stable as I'm talking over it. Because 16 times speed is the next one up, and I got I got sniped by a skeleton. Anyways, the 16 times speed looks kind of more janky than anything. 8 times speed is less janky. There's a little bit here and there, but it's a little less off-putting. At least to me it does. I was trying to avoid the one creature. I never seen it before, so I was kind of weary of it. I tried to kill it, I guess, and decided against it because don't get cocky. You just died not that long ago in the game. It looks like at this point now I'm working on the flooring here, because between levels of if I dig below it, the area, I like to have a thing of cobblestone between layers for some reason. Anyways, I found some coal, kind of bury up that hole so it's not a mob farm down there. I was working on the ceiling. I don't complete this part here. What I was planning on trying to finish in this episode, in this area, but I got a good amount done. This that little area will change as I play, probably. So I haven't decided on what it totally is gonna look like. I probably should just put a ladder right there to get up and down. It'll be less a pain in the butt to do. Though that ladder's only gonna be temporary because I'm gonna eventually have to move it because it's gonna be in the way of what I'm gonna be doing. I guess I decided at this point I wanted to flatten this down a little bit since it was daytime in the game. Had a little bit of problem with the snow layer with the shovel sometimes. Gotta go back down, grab more shovels. I used stone tools for quite a while until I have things more set up in the base, or I encounter iron or diamonds. I'll more likely encounter iron before, long before diamonds, because caves are going to be non-existent in this world unless I go to like 1.13, because they don't have the customized worlds anymore. At least the 1.12 and below version of it, which I like better and truly miss. Though the thing is, my computer can't handle the newest version of Minecraft either, because it sounds like my computer sounds like angry bees when it's playing that version. So I kind of stick with 1.12 because I enjoy that one better than 1.13. And also 1.13 is kind of doesn't seem real stable either from what I played of it. I enjoy 1.14, but the world that I have in 1.14 is quite laggy, and I kind of have to figure out what's going on, and I got blown up again for the second time and my third death in the game. And once again, I do the same thing I do in each time I die, because I just like the hearts in the game, and also it gives me a point to keep copies of the world file when I die. Anyways, at this point I'm just fixing some things, it looks like, and cutting trees down, flattening this hill, because I want the top of the ground level of the base to be at Y69, just because I can. Anyways, the 1.14 world is quite laggy. I have a theory on what's going on there, which is going to just take a long time for me to destroy. Though it might not be that. Anyways, I do need to fix that farm anyways. That is causing, I think it's causing the lag in the 1.14 world I have, that I've been playing on and off for 2 years. I just stopped playing it because of the lagginess. Anyways, enough of my moaning about something that can't be helped. I'm getting this dealt with. I do have a second 1.12.2 world that I'm playing and maybe recording. Anyways, at this point, it's getting to the end of the episode, so I'm just storing stuff as I need and making tools that I need real quickly, and kind of keeping a good stock. Anyways, at this point, I'm going to end this episode here. I'll see you guys in the next episode. So, bye-bye!